Hey folks, John DeYoung here from AlleyKat.Marketing. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. So Google reviews is in fact the most important data on the internet today. I think we probably both agree on that. Now I know we're just getting to know each other and that you've probably dealt with a lot of salespeople in your time, but I'd like to start by saying that my company is 38 years old and I have over 45 years of sales and marketing experience. That said, I built our company AlleyKat Signs on the philosophy of valuable people, valuable relationships, creating valuable results. And I didn't do that by selling people stuff. You can rest assured that I'm going to present you with your options and you can make up your own mind. We have over 600 online reviews, and that's because we just treat people the way we want to be treated ourselves. So the first thing I want to say to you is your time is valuable and my time is valuable. So if you find that this isn't working out for you, you can just say, hey John, stop now. Or just if you're watching this online, say, just shut off the presentation. But I want to tell you a little bit about myself and where I come from. My wife and I have got three handsome young sons. We have two beautiful daughters-in-law, and now we have a grandson, baby Davis, who was just born in January 2023. I've been an award-winning marketer with Toyota Canada. I've been a business trainer, and in 2008 something very dramatic happened. My appendix burst. My 14-year-old son was with me at the time and I almost died. Later on, about a week later, my boss was calling me on a regular basis saying, John, when are you coming back to work? When are you coming back to work? And I knew at that time, based on his complete lack of respect for me and my family, and him just wanting me to get back and make more money for the company that he managed, that I couldn't work for a person like that anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm very much into measuring results, and my performance dropped by 40% after that happened. So I had lost complete faith in the company. So my wife and I decided that it was time for us to launch into our own business. And in my personal opinion, one of the most difficult things you can do is to start a business from scratch. So I bought an existing business. My wife and I remortgaged our house, took out additional lines of credit, and took on a lot of debt, just like you probably as a business person nowadays. And 13 and a half years later, we're running a very successful company, as I mentioned before, based on our company philosophy of valuable people, valuable relationships, creating valuable results. That said, I'm also a Google Guide, a level 8 Google Guide, and I've contributed to over 6,600 Google profiles over the years. Who is AlleyKat Signs? Well, as I mentioned before, we're a company that was established in 1985. My wife and I are the third owners of it. We have over 25,000 customers in 38 years. We're the highest ranked marketing company in all of Canada. We have 474 Google reviews with an average rating of 4.9. So that's a little about who we are and where we come from. Let me give you a little 10-minute presentation on marketing. Marketing is made out to be a lot more difficult than it actually is, in my opinion. But in my experience, there's 4 marketing systems in every business that if you optimize one of them, you're going to have a great business. If you optimize all 4 of them, those are the businesses that are growing at a phenomenal rate, and you're wondering, how are they doing it? So we call those the 4 R's, and the first R is reputation. I don't need to tell you that your business reputation is the most important thing that you have. You know that you work very hard to establish your reputation by delivering the best food or products or beer or services or whatever it is that you do. You work on having a clean office or great displays out in front of your business. And those things all impact your reputation. People nowadays do online reviews. People are coming in and doing podcasts and things like that. So you have to work very hard to screen and build your reputation so that if someone does say something damaging to you or about you, that your reputation is impacted as minimally as possible. But there's more to your reputation than just reviews. Things like how fast your website loads affects your reputation. Things like whether your website is optimized for mobile and is fast on there or has calls to action on it, that affects your reputation. If someone calls your business and no one answers, that affects your reputation. Or if they can't get a hold of you and no one gets back to them, that's going to hurt you. So all these things go into your reputation. Thereby, your reputation is the foundation of your business. What about if someone is driving your company vehicle? Or if you have a sign or an A-frame out in front of your business and it looks kind of shabby and run down? I like to say that every sign sends a message, and it's not always the message that's written on it. So my job is to help you build your business up and build your reputation so that you're not affected negatively when those inevitable negative reviews come in. Even I have 1-star reviews, but usually there's a reason for it, and you should always reply to the Google reviews and make mention of the extenuating circumstances, because usually there are some. So that's the first R in our 4 R's. The foundation of our business plan is reputation. Warren Buffett says that it takes 20 years to build a reputation and only 5 minutes to ruin it. Now, the most important part of this quote is, to me, that you should think differently about how you do things than manage your reputation. It's not just that people can damage it, it's that you have to plan proactively to prevent that damage from happening. So the next R is reach. This is where we work on getting you found by more customers who are looking for your products and services. The old way is to advertise on television or radio or throw money into newspaper. And of course, the other place you can throw money into currently is Google Ads or Facebook. But doesn't it make more sense to show up where people are actually searching for you? And where do people search? Well, they're searching on the internet, and 50% of it is happening on their phones, and that's growing all the time, and 50% of it is happening on either tablets or desktop devices. So that's where you need to show up, and 94% of the people who are searching on Google. So that's the second R. Now that you've got your reputation in place, and if you've built a foundation for reach, you've got a really good foundation for building your business even further. Now it's time to start throwing some gas on the fire. But that doesn't mean getting more customers. That means taking care of the customers that you have already, right? So you probably know already how hard it is to get a customer into your business for the first time. We know that that's the time that it costs the most money to get them. As a matter of fact, the first transaction which you have with your customer probably isn't profitable. But it's a time to get them in and show them how good you are at serving your products or your services, and make a really strong impression on them so that they want to A, come back and do business with you again, or B, tell other people about what a great job that you do. So that's called referral business, and what we want to do is we want to reach back out to those customers and resell them. So you need to collect their information so that you can build a database. So that's another service that we offer, that's called resell. So that's the third R. That makes sense, right? Now the last R is retarget. So what we do when we get a customer that comes onto your website, or a customer clicks on your Google business profile, is they often leave a digital signature behind. We call those cookies, and you often have to give permission to authorize those cookies, right? Well, when a customer visits you, they're basically putting up their hand to saying, hey, I have some form of interest in what it is that you have to offer. So now we can retarget them and have pop-ups come up that are applicable for their particular needs. So that's one of the other things that we can do. So those are the 4 R's: reputation, reach, resell, and retargeting. And once you've got those 4 R's in place, that's when you're really going to have explosive growth. So I'm just going to ask you a question. Obviously you can't answer me, but which one of those are you doing a good job with? 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them? Most of my customers say, well, I'm doing an okay job with 1 or 2, but not really well with all of them. So what we recommend is you build your reputation first. Your reputation marketing program that we put in place for you will help you get more Google reviews. It'll help you get found on Google Maps. Hopefully you'll be getting Google photos from your customers and from yourselves, and you put those on your profile, and that optimizes your Google business profile. And that is what's going to help you get found on the internet today. So basically, we get results. Can you do it by yourself? Of course you can, but it's always easier with a team. So the next thing I'm going to ask you is, if that's something that you're interested in, how confident are you in the people that you're spending money with in the past? We're so confident that we make this worry-free guarantee. If you sign up for us for a year, we'll actually only charge you for 10 months and give you 2 months free. And with our worry-free guarantee, if at the end of 1 year we haven't performed in a way that gives you positive ROI, we will do whatever you sign up for again for another full year for no charge. So that's how effective our business is. We feel very confident in our ability to do that. If that's something that you have any questions about, you can reach us at AlleyKat.Signs.com. Check out our website. If you're ready to move forward, it's $297 a month for our reputation management, or as I mentioned before, if you pay for a year in advance, it's $29.70, and you don't have to pay for the 11th and 12th month. Now, this marketing program is available to every business, and every single business should have it. As I said before, this is something you can do yourself. I started doing it myself, and we built ourselves up to over 400 Google reviews, but I did use automation, and that's what we provide for you, is the service to make it happen. You can go to AlleyKat.Marketing, or you can screenshot the QR code with your cell phone, and that'll take you right to our onboarding form. If you have any questions, you can reach me at 250-384-8433. I trust that this has been time well spent. I hope that you learned something. If you're not ready to move forward right now, go to our website and you can download some of our free checklists and other pieces of material. My name is John DeYoung. Thank you for your time.